Renewable energies are today one of the main objectives that humanity has to fulfill. Since we are in a crucial stage to stop the damage that we have caused to our planet, some of these damage are not reversible but others are. The most important thing for us is to look for energy sources that guarantee the integrity of natural resources and that are accessible to the entire population.
Renewable energies are those energy sources based on the use of natural resources such as sun, wind, water, plant, or animal biomass. The main characteristic is that they do not use fossil fuels. There are different types of renewable energy, such as wind energy, which is the energy obtained from the wind, solar energy, which is the energy obtained from the sun. This one divides in two, that is the photovoltaic solar that takes advantage of sunlight and the thermal solar that takes advantage of sun's heat. There's also the hydroelectric energy, which is the energy obtained from fresh water, rivers, and streams, and the biodiesel, that is organic fuels for automobiles obtained from vegetable oils. Biomass and biogas is the energy that is extracted from organic matter. Geothermal energy is the energy that comes from the heat contained in the interior of the earth. Tidal energy comes from the tides. Wave energy is the energy obtained from waves. And finally, bioethanol, which is an organic fuel suitable for the automotive.
Talking in global context, those countries that have a high installed capacity, that is, a great number of plants installed ready to operate, are the same ones that lead the global economy. A clear example is China, with 695.87 gigawatts of installed capacity in 2018. This thanks to its huge investments in its last years, mainly in solar and wind energy. In second place, it's the United States with 245.25 gigawatts of installed renewable electricity capacity. This country stands out in the development of its cutting-edge technologies. In third place, it's Brazil with 135.67 gigawatts of renewable energies power and is a leader in the hydroelectric power thanks to its large flows and waterfalls. In Europe, Germany is the pioneer in the use of renewable energies. During this pandemic, the demand for conventional energy has decreased. This country has just set a record, since about 52% of its energy comes from renewable energies, exceeding 44% in 2019.
Well, at present, more than 25% of the energy produced in the country comes from clean sources. We are a country with potential to contribute the world, since Mexico promised to generate up to 35% of its renewable energy by 2024 and 60% by 2050. It should be noted that we belong to an area on the planet that is privileged. In Latin America, it is estimated that at present only 8% of the electricity generated in this region comes from alternative sources such as wind, sun, biomass, or geothermal sources.
Now, focusing on wind energy, this energy is one of the oldest energies exploited by the human being and today is the most mature and efficient energy of all. To produce wind energy, it is necessary to convert the energy produced by the generator blades into electrical energy, or rather convert kinetic energy into mechanical energy. The largest producers of this energy in the world are China, Spain, India, and the United States. However, our country has made significant progress in recent years, since according to the president of AMD, wind energy increased 26% in its installed capacity in 2019. In addition, in the south of the Istmo de Tehuantepec is an area with great wind energy potential and where the deployment of wind projects are concentrated. In our country, we have different wind power plants. Some of them are Eurus Wind Farm, which is located in La Venta, Juchitán, Oaxaca. Oaxaca 234 Wind Complex, which is located in the municipalities of Santo Domingo Ingenio and La Venta, Oaxaca. Venticas Wind Farms, which are located in General Bravo, Nuevo León, and El Cortijo Wind Farm, located in Tamaulipas State, not counting the multiple areas with unconcentrated turbines that are not considered areas. For a national one, it is ideal to develop this type of renewable energy because it does not pollute, it is exhaustible, it reduces the use of fossil fuels, it does not need very specific supervision, it can be used all over the planet, it creates wealth and local employment, and it does not generate waste or water pollution.
There are different ways of harnessing wind energy, but the basic way is by means of turbines that generate electricity. This modern model that we all know and that we mostly observe on federal highways had direct precedence with the windmills that are used to extract water from wells. These turbines are made up of rotor contains the blade of blades. Nacelle or gondola, it is a kind of box that connects to the rotor, and inside it is the gearbox and generator. Gearbox. It is responsible for multiplying the rotation of the rotor so that the generator receives the number of revolutions per minute sufficient to be able to transform wind energy into electricity. Electric generator contain a series of magnets and coils that when rotating will generate electrical energy. Wind turbine tower. Support structure supports the nacelle and the rotor. Its interior is also used to clean the turbine and carry the wiring. The tower has a motor that allows the turbine to rotate in favorable wind directions.
For this type of turbines, there are different models that are based on the orientation of the rotor axis, in vertical and on horizontal. The horizontal axis is the most used turbine, thanks to the fact that its axis of rotation is parallel to the ground and makes better use of the wind. We can see that the old windmills and wind turbines are included. The vertical axis is the axis of rotation. It's perpendicular to the ground. They are characterized by reacting and adapting very well to the changes of wind direction. The Savenius type, invented in 1922 by the Finnish engineers Sigurd J. Savanius, they convert the power of the wind into torsion. However, they are not highly recommended because their performance and power generations are considerably low. The Darius type in 1931, Georgius Darius, has a higher yield because it has 2 or more blades. The medium power wind turbines are those that produce about 150 kW of energy. High-powered one that produces much more than 150 kW of energy. Its kW is watts, and that it's used especially for commercial purposes. The windmill, they are low structures, generally with 4 blades, which were built in Europe from the 12th centuries. An interesting fact is that the wind turbines can also be installed in the sea.
On the other hand, before the great opportunity that the system offers us, there are also disadvantages, such as the lack of security in the presence of the wind, since there are no warehouses that contain the energy produced. Likewise, the blades have a speed limit that cannot be exceeded. It could be catastrophic if the limit is exceeded. To solve this, change will have to be made in the generation structure. The installation in the same way is problematic. A large space is necessary for the wind farms. Accidents that reduce the number of birds, bats, and insects have also been reported. This in turn affects the food chain.
As young people, we must contribute to the radical change of this process that may take us several decades to achieve, but will also benefit us for life.